The women of Huradiah, an indigenous satellite of Santa Rosa village, Moruca Region 1, are true leaders and visionaries. From community leader, senior councillor Trisha Rodriguez, to farmer Evelyn Roberts and aspiring bakery and cafe owner Juanita Phillips, the development of Huradiah is driven by these remarkable women.
I'm very grateful for the money coming back to our community because it is helping us a lot. We had all these plans and ideas before, but then we were only waiting on the presidential grant, so we had the presidential grant plan out each year. Well, this is what we will do with this one and that one, because we never really think about getting other funding. When the HESAD came in, they said it was just like one project an area. And so when the LCDS came now, we saw an opportunity to do the things that we had wanted to do ever since in our area.
They have finished the community centre, which now generates income for the village through rentals. A project central to their way of life, the construction of a stelling and boathouse, was overseen by 3 villagers, a taxi driver, a teacher, and another resident, with no formal training in construction.
Actually, I have a little idea, right? Not much, and not really specialized in it, but I'll work along myself, along with 2 others, teacher Lights, Heria, and Howard Chapel. The 3 of us like we said, the leaders. The 3 of us put our head together, along with some other workers, and we figured out how to build the catwalk. Well, from here to there was like back in the days was like muddy place. So the school children used to find it difficult to get from the land to the boat, and so we just figured out that this could be a great help and benefit for the pensioners.
The new stelling has eased life for children and residents, and has made Huradiah another entry point for goods and people from charity on the Essequibo coast, boosting local business. The boathouse also brings in additional income for the council.
It's big enough to give a little space, rent a little space, rent a little space to other residents who has their little boat that they used to do, we call it water taxi. So they were able to rent a little space in there too, so we get a little money coming in back into the area.
More traffic in Huradiah means more business opportunities. Juanita Phillips, a remigrant from Venezuela, is using her allocation under the Low Carbon Development Strategy, LCDS, to move closer to her dream of opening a bakery.
I had really planned for a bakery, which we so much need not only in at Huradiah area, but within the village then. I was given some, like 38 sacks of cement, which completed the 100,000. So from that now I start getting the blocks made and pasting up the blocks. I have some old zinc up there. As you can see, they're not new. But I think they will do the work. Yes. So I must say thanks to the government. I'm hoping that with the next set of funds that we get from this LCDS, we'll be able to complete what I have started here. So the next time that you come, I'll be able to offer you something in my snack kit. You will enjoy my bread and my whatever snacks I have.
Juanita, who also cares for her elderly mother, has big plans for her bakery.
Yes, expand. It could help me to expand on my project. Yes, like a real a snackette where you can have tables and chairs, and people could come in and sit down and enjoy some ice cream. I have expertise of making ice cream also, fruit drink, local fruit drink, and like fruit punch and those, nice drink that I can able to show the people what they need, something very nutritious then.
While Juanita dreams of baking, farmer Evelyn Roberts dreams of growing produce. Her passion for farming, inspired by her grandparents, has supported her family and community through tough times, including the COVID-19 pandemic.
I was lucky as I grew up with grandparents. They showed me this we did farming all the time. And at that time, my grandparents used to farm plenty. So I grew up in a farm, knowing about cassava bread, ground provisions, and plenty things like. And from that day, I used to get money for us to send us to school. I work actually all my life in the hospital as a cook. So when I retire and I come home at 55, I thought I was not going to work so hard again. But then I made a mistake, but not a big one, because I like farming. So when I come home, I build a house, me and my husband, and we decide to do farming. Go into this cassava, and we do small kitchen gardens, and we plant our own mora, our own pepper, sweet pepper, hot pepper, season pepper, and all. We get pumpkin. Through the COVID, we had plenty greens at the back of my house, and cassava bread to help even the community.
Evelyn's sustainable farming practices have helped preserve the forest, contributing to the government's carbon credit sales, which fund the low carbon development strategy. Even as a pensioner, she continues to make a significant impact.
The LCDS funds, it really helped me at that time, because I'm not in a job anymore. Only my husband, and he's not in a job too. But we just have a little boat and engine that bring a little income for us. That money coming real nice. Even though it show improvements, I get people to help me to plow the ground and help me to clear the ground. My plant was over acre land. So I paid the laborers with that money, which was very nice. And from a little of the money from the same as 100,000 they gave us. It come in good, like to buy cutlass and file for me, which I couldn't afford to buy at that time. So it did well on my farm ground and to help me as a pensioner. Who don't have a farm, they buy from people like me. They would buy cassava breads until we sell by the root, by the pounds then. The root, or sometimes when you bake the cassava, you sell the cash rip, you sell the sauce. You know about the sauce? We sell the sauce and the cash rip. So the community benefit, and people out of the community benefit too.
The women of Huradiah are also leading sustainable development as poultry farmers. Susan Thomas expanded her poultry farm using a grant from the LCDS, making use of a separate village initiative that provides the area with chicken feed directly from Bounty Farm.
I started with this chicken from a small, I started from 20 chicken, 10 die and 10 alive. And from the 10, I buy like, when I don't sell out the 10, I buy 30. And the small pen, my husband do labor work, he do little farming, and I build this pen. And then I started to, from 30, I add on 40, and then I go to 50. And I asked to, when the LCDS fund come out and it's given a help, I asked for another pen, because I didn't have this polling. So the LCDS fund money, they purchased mesh, pollen. I already had some chicks. I had like 50 chicks. The feed cans and water can with 100,000.
Before receiving the LCDS grant, Susan supported her family through part-time domestic work. Now, she finds life more manageable.
I use money to buy my groceries because I am not working right now. So I use money to buy my groceries. I have 2 children going to school. give them snacks money, pay them ferry boat fee. We have to pay a fee for the ferry boat. And I have money remaining in my bag.
The women of Huradiah are not just leaders, they are visionaries and innovators, driving the development and sustainability of their community. Through their efforts in community projects, agriculture, and business, they have created opportunities and improved the quality of life for all residents. Their resilience and dedication serve as an inspiring example of what can be achieved when a community comes together with a shared vision. As they continue to build and grow, the future of Huradiah looks brighter than ever, thanks to these remarkable women.